let's get started. Start from the big blending brush and let me zoom you in. Firstly, I'm using this matte lighting powder to quickly just to clear the entire eyelid. You don't need too much techniques or thoughts for it. It's pretty much just keep wiping, get the color all over the places, highlight a little bit for the eyebrow bone, and I will also apply this color for the eye bag area just to lighten it up a little bit. See, compare here to here. You can tell the difference, right? The powder is really fine. When you use it for the under eye, it doesn't get crisp up at all. And today's main color is this lovely blush color. This blush color is on my sweet spot. It's a very beautiful nude coral, little bit of peach, a little bit like rose flower color added into it. And the pigmentation of this blush is quite good as well, so I would suggest to a little bit light-handed. For the eyeshadows, it's okay. As a base color, this is very beautiful. Can you see the pigmentation? And then use a smaller brush to apply the same color for the under eye area. The eye look is very easy. You pat the color first, what at least I always do, and then you blend. Then I would extend this color a little bit downwards, like that. And then I use the contour color, oiling a little bit, just to gently contour a little bit, like surround the edges. Then blend inwards. It's not in out like that. It's just out in, out in, out in like that. And the same contour color for contouring the nose. I know we haven't done the eyebrows, but please don't worry. The finishing outcome is the same. Okay, can you tell the pigmentation from the contour color? Light-handed, right? Okay. You don't want to be sorry afterwards. Oh, and then I use the matte highlighting powder just to clear the gap between the eyeshadow and the nose contour. So just here. These small details will make your eye looks look fairly clean. So it's not like everything jammed together. Like that. And then I'm going to use this lovely shimmer color from Impression of DAI eyeshadow palette. You see? This has double color tones there. Depends the way you tilt it. Can they do a single eyeshadow for this? That would be wonderful. So what we do is only apply this color from the eyebrow towards inner corner. And that just naturally disappear before it reaches the outer corner. Like that. Okay, once we done the eyeliner, I'm going to deepen the outer corner slightly. I'm going to use these two brushes. I'm going to dip into this lovely shimmer brown color. Just apply this color from the outer corner. Don't worry that you smudge out the eyeliner a little bit. Don't worry about it. Can always fix it later. Then just use slightly flattened brush just to blend it out the edges. Same color for the out corner under here. I know what you think. You still feel a little bit weird in it. It will all come together. Let me just curl my lashes, use Florasis eye color as well. This one for me is very good because the length of it is not too wide, therefore suits my eye shape quite well. But as you guys know, I pretty much depending on the electronic eye color now, so I only use any color nowadays just to help my lashes standing up initially. Besides eye color, this thing is very much, it depends on your own eye shape. I say it's good one, but you may feel it's rubbish. For the mascara, I'm not going to reiterate that I nearly finished this one, so that means something. That means something. If you want to see the details of it, do refer back to my review video. Zoom you in, I think you guys can tell. This side with lashes curled, this side without. Very much sees the difference, right? Okay, next I think I'm going to do eyebrows. I think it bothers a lot of you. Let's do the eyebrows first. I have two eyebrow pencil. Let me just open. One is the more classic one. Take a little bit longer as this one nearly finished as well. This one is on the second filler. This one nearly finished as well. Okay, this is two types of it. I explained on my review video once again, so I'm not going to talk into details. The slimmer one is the newer version. The slim one, the only challenge I have it is because it's too slim, therefore it's so easy to break it. You can't twist it too long, but I need certain length to be able to actually draw. But the product itself, I mean the pigmentation is just about right. It's not too strong, not too less. It's just about right pigment, even friendly for beginners. The only thing is so easy to be broken. And another one, which is the more classic one, it's more like a triangle, that type of, or water drop, that type of shape. But I've used knife. Can you guys see? No, you can see. Let me twist it out a little bit. I used a small knife to make it more flat and slim, to actually draw individual hair. I think this is more about your own preference. The product itself is very easy to use. If you like a more foggy, more soft type of eyebrows, you don't actually need to shape it or whatsoever. You can just use the eyebrow pencil itself. But if you like to see an individual stroke, hair stroke like that, my advice, you can use like this. To sharpen it up. What I do is I use brow powder first, just to fill up the base color. Okay, once I've done that, then I use this pencil to draw individual hair. Now look way much better in it, guys, way much better. Okay, for blush, I'm not going to use this one as you guys see the colors on my eyes. I'm going to use one of their new blush colors. This time Florasis sent me 3 new of their blush colors, which is this 3. One is I bought a long time ago by myself. My one is 08, but the 3 colors are new. They are 11. They are 9, 10, 11. I think they also marked new on their website as well. If you guys have seen my review about their blush, you guys know my feeling for their blush, especially based on this one I bought a long time ago. Myself is not a big fan of their blush. I just feel the performance is a little bit average and the color is also so-so. This 3 is still not totally on my sweet spots, but personally I feel they've improved a lot. Please allow me to explain. First of all, let me show you these swatches in pairs. So I'm going to swatch the darker color and the lighter color next to each other. Okay, this number 9, 10, 11. I purposely done that is because number 9 and the number 10 has similarities, but number 11 is very different. There are 2 color tones as you see from the palette. There is a darker one and a lighter one, and have a look, the surface is very much like a mud, like a mashed potato. Can you see? It's so soft and smooth. Once you apply on the skin, it's a not semi-matte, it is matte but skin matte finish. So the formulation itself I really like. This time I feel it has improved is the color combination. I think last time I probably just chose a wrong color for myself. This is my previous one. Let me do the swatches. This is the older version. So it has a matte color mixed with a, you know, shimmer, like sheen highlighting color. What actually mix this 2 together, it gives me a very weird blush color on my face. It's just not on my taste. But the 3 colors, if you, this time you're looking at, they are all satin matte finish, and they're pretty much within each other's color tone. So when you're looking at, once you blend them together, let me blend all the edges together. So on the edges, I kind of smudge the 2 colors together. It melts in better than the matte and the shimmer color before, in my personal opinion. There's 3 colors are that new. My favorite, you probably can tell, is the middle one. Number 9, the on the top, it is slightly more peachy, smoky, rosy color. And number 10, as you can see, has added slightly berry purple color in there. So more towards pink. And number 11 is more muddy peach orange color. The blush color from the palette is more towards a coral peach color. So the blush I'm going to use this one, which is number 11. I'm just going to mix these 2 colors. The pigmentation of the blush is also very high. Look, when you see the color like this, it's a little bit too much, so I don't want to chance it. What I normally do is grab a clean tissue like that and just to dot it off a little bit. Can you see already, right? And then apply it on the face. Can you see? It's a beautiful color. The pigmentation is really good. Just light-handed. Let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see the blush perform better. Okay. Can you see? When it's merged with my own skin tone, the peach undertone has toned down a little bit more pinkiness on my skin tone, but it still looks very natural and matches the eye look very well. And especially see the reflection. It doesn't change your own reflection. It's still just look like a skin finish, look like a skin healthy blush color just from inside out, rather than you feel something pile up on it. So I do feel this time the new color, I like the combo better. I'll put it that way. The blush formulation would also more friendly for bigger pores, that if you similar skin conditions like myself, a little bit suffers from big pores. This type of muddy blush, the great benefit of this formulation is it doesn't like powder stay on the surface of it. It's pretty much melt in with your own skin. Therefore, it doesn't emphasize your skin condition. Let me zoom you in to see the details. Can you see? Although you see a hint of the blush color, but you still see everything underneath, right? Okay, let's stay zoomed in a little bit as we're going to use the contour color. Let me show you why I would suggest this one swap into slightly bigger plate. Look, this image, this contour brush is already not big enough. Can you imagine slightly bigger brush? Look, right? So when you do up and down, you so worry about dip into, either two colors because you don't want any lightening for the shading area, do you? So I very much close to the edges, do like that. And then when you do like that, now have a look here. It's so easy to get dirty, but hey, small things, small things. Most importantly, the product itself is a nice one to use. Okay, I only do half face again. You still can see it's very effective. When you're looking at side, it is natural enough, but for my own preference, I would still prefer to add a little bit more gray in there, slightly tone down the little bit bronzy chocolatey color. But I think for international users' purpose, this color would suit more skin tone. So just bear that in mind. If you up to medium skin tone, I think this is still okay. If you slightly towards darker, this probably a little bit too light for you. This color will look even prettier if you got a little bit tan. Okay, now that's to highlight the face. What I do is I will use the matte highlighting powder to light up the area that I normally get a little bit oil, face oil on. So this way it still give you the effectiveness of lighting up the area, but it's reduced the chance of getting too oily afterwards. However, I'm still going to use the highlighting powder for the cheek. Oh, by the way, if you guys saw Florasis highlighting powder, this one is way much shinier. This Florasis highlighting powder compared to the one in the palette is even on a higher level. It's more shockingly metallic shine. You can't avoid of noticing it. The highlighting shimmer color from the palette is on my sweet spot. It is noticeable, but it's a little bit more subtle compared with this highlighting powder. Look. It is very much noticeable as well. This would be more than enough, but for today's purpose, I just add a little bit more, as camera more or less soak up a little bit the color and the reflection. Can you see? Compared to here. And on this side. It melts in with the blush very well. And the powder is fine enough not to emphasize your skin condition. However, it doesn't help to hide it. At the end of the day, this is a lighting product. You shouldn't expect this one going to smoothen or visually blur it out your fine lines. That's not going to happen. You would already be thankful that this doesn't emphasize your fine lines. This one doesn't. The powder is very fine. Okay, finally we're going to move to lip product. I just have a feeling that this is going, when you see this part, is probably in a part 2. I've been sitting here for quite a few hours, put that way. This time Florasis has sent me 3 new liquid lipstick colors from their collection of DAI, and my own color is 511 before, and the color they sent to me this time is M142, M219 and M517. Don't need to remember that. I have product link in my description box, so easily to find them. Okay guys, time for screenshot. As you can see the difference of the 3 colors, this is my favorite one. This is like a slightly cool tone red, which is, oh, it's such a statement when you really want to show off. Let's put it that way. The middle one is slightly more daily wearable. It has like a smoky plum rosy color in there. The last one is slightly brighter orange, more warmer tone compared with this 2. So let's do, I want to leave this one to the last. Okay, let's start from this way. Okay, let's do this one first, which is M517. Oh, by the way, let me zoom you in. I've just removed the lip balm that I used earlier, as I've been sitting here for quite some time. So first of all, can you guys see? Probably not better to see on the lip. Can you see the dead skin already come out? Before I apply them on the lip, I just quickly highlight the pigmentation as well as the formulation. The whole liquid lipstick from this collection in particular, it is so comfortable to wear even for entire day. It's weightless. Absolutely weightless. You don't feel anything grip on your lip at all. Very good pigmentation, pretty much cover 90 to 95%, unless you have an extremely darkened circle like surround your lip edges. You may need to use the foundation cover a little bit. For the rest, the pigment is pretty much can one swipe cover the entire lip color. This one doesn't dry up at all. It doesn't emphasize your lip lines, which I'm going to show you later. And most importantly, this formulation also lasts long, but easy to be removed. That's what I like. You can't grip on my lip and, you know, cannot be removed. You know what I mean? Okay. 517. You see? Okay, have a look the details. It doesn't sink into the lines. It's spread out very, very evenly. It's very, very lightweight. Once you glide it on and once you let it dry, you probably don't feel anything on the lip, especially with some colors like this. It's such a high pigment and a statement on your lip. You don't actually feel anything. It is very comfortable to wear. And this color, you can tell when you look at especially the teeth color and the skin surrounded, you will feel it's been brightened up rather than you feel it's a little bit shading over here. That's something I really like, the color they created. It's very, very nice. It's kind of bring the energy up rather than soak it in. This color, especially bold color like this, needs to have that function, is to really lift up your entire makeup rather than you feel like has your makeup been oxidized or something, you know, have like half shade backwards. The texture is very much like a mousse. You apply like a very light chocolate mousse, that type of feel. You glide it on, it becomes very silky. And the applicator itself, as long as you take out once, it carries a sufficient amount to apply the entire lip. Well, at least for my lip size, and I like it is once you get all the colors even spread out on your lip, and then you use the tip of the applicator to smudge out the edges. Like today I didn't use any brush, just purely by the applicator itself. It can give you a clean, sharp finish as well as to help you smudging out the edges. The experience of using the liquid lipstick from Florasis, you will absolutely like it. It really depends on whether you like this color or not. Okay, let's go for the middle one, which is M219. Between these three, this one would be most daily wearable one because it's more, it is a still bold lip color but more subtle in comparison, so it's not brighten out. This one is more lady, slightly soft, but carry a style, that type of lip color. And this one goes with today's makeup very well. And this color one applied on the lip, tiny little bit feel difference compared to the 517. 517 is pretty much feel light, mousse, glide on, and then become a more wet, silky, that type of feel. But the one I applied this one is more muddy feel, more than silky. But both, I don't think there is a formulation difference. But this one, once it's finished, it still don't feel anything on the lip. And also, can I see? There is no much transfer once it's being glide on the lip. And let me drink water as well. I need some water. Well, I will use on this side as there is no any mark on that. Look. Probably about like 1 or maximum 2% transferred onto it, then the rest remained very well. The long lasting part, this one is really, really good. So if you are someone like, for example, like myself, I was doing hotel sales before, so I do have a business dinner, business lunch to go, that when you go out with the clients, sometimes will cause awkwardness that if your lipstick, especially this type of bold color, that start fading out. So if you have those needs or you just personally like long lasting lipstick, Florasis is definitely worth to try. Okay, let's move on to the last color, 142. Oh, I forgot to mention that this time Florasis also sent me the makeup removal oil. Really, really good. But you know, the length of this video already going to be horrendous, so I will do a separate video and I will post it, let's say hopefully on both Instagram as well as YouTube, but definitely on my Instagram. So if you are not following my Instagram, please check out over here. In Instagram I will post more like my normal life or some individual product or new things that I find interesting. So it's a slightly different content compared to the YouTube. So if you're interested, then here's my account. Can you straight away get the energy from this color? It is my own preferred events color or bold red color. I would prefer add slightly little bit of blue tone. It's just help to, how to say, lighten up your skin even better. This is so pretty. It's such a statement. You know, when you carry some color like this, when you go to events, occasion, or anywhere you go, people can't stop staring at you, especially when you're talking. And it's so attractive. It has good level of berry color in there, as well as good hinted blue undertone in here, made this red color very, very different. You know, a lot of traditional red color you would think about, like Chinese red, is more mix of blood red as well as a little bit of warm tone red. And another type of red is very similar, like this 517 has more orange base. So this hinted cool tone red is always my own preference. And also, especially if you go to events, you go to different occasions, it is better to have this type of long-lasting liquid lipstick, more mousse base, better than lip stain. I just compare this with the Giorgio Armani, you know, the smaller bottle I have, my favorite, to 400, that one. That's a lip stain. That's much more lighter. When you apply, swipe on, it's literally like a swipe on water. But that sometimes can cause the awkwardness is if you don't put lip liner underneath, because the formulation is too light, sometimes, especially when you're on touching up, it has slightly dripping on the edge of your lip, so it has a little bit like roots spreading, that type of thing. It doesn't look as either foggy smooth or very sharp finish. That liquid lip stain, you will have to have some base to be able to lock that stain initially. Between these three colors, myself would highly recommend a 142, especially if you love bold lipstick. Oh, this is... We finally at the end. Thank you so much for your patience to finish the entire video. I'm sure when you see this part, you definitely see it in part 2. I already can feel it. So there are a lot of information included. Please do leave me your comments. Let me know how you feel about this type of video. Do you find it a little bit too lengthy? Do you prefer like more just individual product review, or you prefer something that I talk about it then use it on my face? Would love to have your guys' feedback as well. And one more time, I have included all the product links in my description box. I need to mention that there are affiliate links, therefore I do get a small commission for every of your purchase. However, there is nothing impact, especially price wise or your shopping experience. There is no impact on anything you actually shop on the official website. There is nothing impact on that. So thank you so much, you guys, for your support as always. If you like today's video, if you find somehow helpful, please do give me a thumb up, and most importantly to subscribe my channel. I will have more video coming up. I see you soon.